Hasan he's called me a bad person with a dying career. He's joined the chorus of people saying I have a dying career. People have been saying that for 10 years. But I'm still standing. Ooh. Elton John, Dan.
I thought that was Mark Twain.
He didn't make music, okay?
Oh.
Look, man, 17 months of ethnic cleansing. If you're still justifying bombing hospitals with fucking fake bullshit that Israel never provided evidence for, you're a monster. You're not a good person.
Yeah, I agree. Who's doing that? Someone doing that? Who's in the room? Who's justifying bombing hospitals? Will you please stand up?
You are a fucking bad person, okay? It's not about debates. It's not about beef. It's not about fucking drama. It's not about your dying career. Okay.
Come on, bro. That's just stupid. You're just being a silly dummy here. Come on. I mean, I get the same numbers as you do. You know what I mean? Like, man, what are we doing? Come on. Dying career. By the way, if you want to talk dying career, this dude was down to like 10,000 live viewers before October 7th. Fucking whoopee. This guy's profiting from more than the industrial complex. He's got his own Raytheon going on there. Call Hasan Raytheon, because this man is profiting from the war more than anyone.
Okay? You're just a bad person. Not only are you a bad person, but you're actively also deluding your fucking fans who are not bad people themselves.
A plea to the audience. Please, guys, please free yourself.
But simply deluded and misguided stands into agreeing with bad positions. You are using the remainder of your influence that you have.
Come on, dude. I'm Ethan Klein. Come on, bro. Excuse me, aren't you the guy that was begging me for a fucking collab on Young Turks like 10 years ago before you even, when you got your Nepo job? Excuse me. Show some respect. Kiss the ring, you fuck. You're only relevant today because I fucking did a show with you. Literally created him.
I don't think that's really true at all.
I created him.
I don't think so.
Along with Destiny. I know it hurts to hear. Destiny
you created Destiny?
No, No, Destiny created Hasan. He made Hasan, and I gave him some flute. I don't know. Basically, I'm cooler. I'm cooler.
Not so sure about that one.
Bro, I'm Ethan Klein.
For better or worse.
Over an increasingly smaller audience to, fill their heads chock full of misinformation at the behest of establishing a defensive posture for a genocidal apartheid state. It's fucking awful. Mm-hmm. That can't feel good. Deep down inside, there has to be a dude that I met, that I knew, that's going, oh, don't do this. This is maybe a bridge too far. Like, you cannot be this fucking deluded.
Sorry, bro. When that CPS showed up, there's no bridge I won't burn. And I'm burning.
This is just straightforward Nazi shit, dude.
Oh, bro. I'm sorry. Calling a Jewish dude a Nazi needs to be understood as what it is. It's a straight up anti-Semitic Holocaust inversion attack. Like calling me a Nazi, even if I'm pro-Israel, let's say, despite my many statements to the contrary, calling a Jewish guy a Nazi in this way, it's just anti-Semitism. There's no fucking way to cut it, man. What a scumbag.
One step removed from Lebensraum.
I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? Lebensraum was the German doctrine that they wanted to remove Russia, a large swath of Russia, for German living space. That's me. That's fucking insane. I mean, like, again, that's like, I feel like you shouldn't be able to say stuff like this without repercussions. So thank you, Hasan. I'm a Nazi and I want Lebensraum. Based on what? Nothing. I can't actually give you an example. You just have to take my word for it. Hasan's coverage of the Hamas protesters has been insanely disgusting. I storied a few of them. Here's the headlines. Hasan and co. are with the terrorists, not the Palestinians. Hasan's only cover... Whoops, that went fast. Wait, how do I go back? Oh, it's a video. Okay, hang on. Hasan and co. are with the terrorists, not Palestinians. Hasan's only coverage of this was to discredit the protesters. Never forget. I mean, by now we all know what's happening there. I don't need to read the headline. But here's what Hasan has been saying about the protesters. First, here's the video he posted on that day. Are the protests in Gaza about Hamas or Israel? As the brave Gazans who protest their tyrannical government are methodically murdered by Hamas and tortured and disappearing, Hasan the propagandist does his part to run defense for the terrorists. This is from today. And again, like, what do you lose by supporting the protesters? Why do you need to defend Hamas to be pro-Palestine? At every turn, it's just defend Hamas, whitewash for Hamas. You don't catch me doing that at all for Israel.
So I watched his video, the clip of it. He did say that it was more than just protesting Hamas. But at one point in the video, he does say he's not going to condemn the protesters who went against Hamas. He said that's
so brave.
That makes sense.
I'm not even saying he condemns them. He's downplaying them. He's reducing their struggle to a Jewish conspiracy. I don't think he condemns them. I just think that, like, he's twisting the situation. Well, I'll show you what he said.
I feel like everyone's twisting the situation, and that's why it's so infuriating.
Well, I mean, listen.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
Listen, there's people in Gaza that are protesting Hamas. That's the story.
Yeah, but I've just been seeing also, like, people using this now for the first time to talk about the genocide that's going on. And people are saying that, look, this is what we've been saying all along. It's Hamas, which I agree with. But, like, yeah, that's what people have been saying forever, is that the people are different from the organization running the area. So if now all these outlets who are now talking about this, they accept that, do they also accept that it's not fair to, like, bomb them indiscriminately? Because some of the shit I was seeing was insane. I completely agree. They were protesting Hamas. But I was also seeing people saying stuff like, oh, they're also protesting Al Jazeera being there. And they're just sprinkling on...
Is this Twitter stuff? Because is this Twitter stuff where you read this kind of stuff?
I just was watching all the mainstream
coverage?
outlets about it.
Okay.
Yeah, like across the world. Australia, everywhere, talking about... It breaks my heart.
Right.
Because these
you're right. People on both
have,
sides. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have a voice. And I'm completely condemn Hamas. I agree. I think they were protesting Hamas. I heard that it started as something else and then spontaneously formed into that, and that Hamas took the leader and tortured him.
Killed him, disappeared him. Also, I've heard that it's gone violent where the protesters are now, they're killing Hamas people who are responsible for murdering and kidnapping protesters.
Yeah, I mean, these people are desperate. There's, and again, I'm complaining about being a chess piece. It's like these people are used, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are gonna regret jumping on, like, some outlets, like the extreme right outlets, are gonna regret right away saying that this was completely Hamas. And I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying that because now you have acknowledged that the people are protesting. So now there's proof of you understanding that difference. So any other action, you can't just hide behind Hamas was here, so we did this. Hamas was there, so.
There are multiple sources for these desperate people suffering. And I think that recognizing both is, I don't see a problem there. It's a very complicated issue.
Acknowledging it's complicated is kind of enough to be called genocide supporter these days. Not that you're not. I'm just saying.
No.
There's
I
no
mean,
fucking. Yeah.
On the opposite.
Okay. But anyway.
Hamas's fault that Israel is bombing them. Now, this is also being egged on by the Israeli command, for the record. Like the Israeli military, here, I have it from here, right here. This is important to understand. The protests against Hamas are being ordered by the Israeli military. They're not ordered. I wouldn't say they're ordered by the Israeli military. I don't fully agree with the statement from Zionism Observer, even though I believe
Zionism Observer. I'm sure that's a really partial, great representative source.
Zionism Observer is a formative archiver of war crimes that I'm pretty sure international human rights groups are using as well. They primarily focus on archiving the war crimes that Israeli occupying force soldiers themselves post on the timeline. The defense minister Katz, who so far does not have an ICC arrest warrant, told Palestinians in Gaza they will lose their homes and more land if they don't join the protest. Here is Emmanuel Manny Fabian. He is the IDF military correspondent for Think Times of Israel. He says, Defense Minister Israel Katz warns Palestinians in Gaza the military will soon operate in additional areas of the Strip, telling them to learn from the civilians in Beit Lahia who have been. It is shown that Hamas is...
Yeah, I mean, listen, the IDF it's advantageous to the IDF that they're protesting. So, of course, they'll be like, let's encourage that. I mean, that's obvious, right? Doesn't mean that they're doing it because of Israel. Just kind of psychotic, weird Jewish conspiracy shit.
Is more popular in the West Bank in the eyes of the Palestinians.
Oh, this is great. According to Hasan, Gazans are too stupid to know that Hamas is bad. Listen to this.
In the West Bank than they are in Gaza. There needs to be a reason for this. Is more popular in the West Bank in the eyes of the Palestinians in the West Bank than they are in Gaza. There needs to be a reason for that. Part of the...
Okay, so Hamas is more popular in the West Bank, a place that's not ruled by Hamas, that they watch from afar. In Gaza, where Hamas rules, they're less popular. Now, why do you think that might be? You know, what's the obvious answer, right? That they're terrible, that they're fucking evil and terrible. Pretty much, I think, probably.
The reason is because, of course, people attribute the crimes of Israel in terms of like famine or in terms of the horrible conditions to administrative failures of Hamas.
So his point is that Gazans hate Hamas because of Israel? Like they can't tell the difference between like, they don't know the difference. Like, oh, there's administrative challenges because Israel's attacking us, right? He's saying, so that's why they hate Hamas. Versus like them being like cruel, just cruel, despot, violent rulers. Like he doesn't think that people in Gaza can tell the difference.
Yeah, well, they blame Hamas for October 7 and everything that followed up, all the devastation that they've been going through, essentially.
Right.
No.
Yeah. It's like, again, he's just whitewashing for Hamas at every corner. And it's like, dude, you don't have to do that.
Conditions to administrative failures of Hamas as a political operative.
Oh, yeah. This is unrelated, but this was nuts, man. This was on the server. This man discovers the name of his family members who lost their lives during Holocaust in Auschwitz. Unrelated to Israel, Palestine, Zionism, anything. It's just a dude seeing his family's name on a wall of those who were murdered by Nazis. And then this is all the comments. Imagine crying for someone you never knew. Crocodile tears. Nice try, Diddy. Well done, comment section. I be crying too. Imagine being a Jew. Deserved button. Like Germany button. Victim card. Imagine the list of Palestinians. Top 5 things. I mean, it's just every comment. It's like, wow. That's crazy, dude. Wood doors. They love that one. Yeah. Pretty crazy, man.
Just been seeing more and more of that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is the norm now on social media. This is the norm, you know. The guy, he's just sitting there, fucking mourning the loss of his family. It's got nothing to do with politics. The comments are giving me hope.
That's crazy.
I'm waiting for the next slide. There's another thing afterwards. Paid actor. And then, this is the guy who Hamas accused of abduction, torture, and murdering of Gaza dissident. Yeah, I don't know if Hasan mentioned him. I tagged him just so he's aware of him. So there's that. Can you guys explain this take to me? I found this very bizarre.
Goblin. The difference here is that there is a project here. There's an ideological project here. And I think a lot of people get it and some people don't. So they just have like a stupid perspective on it and they go, you're a clout goblin. Yeah, sure. Okay. The question I have for you is that if all I cared about was clout, why the fuck would I talk about Israel all the goddamn time? Are you stupid?
I mean, that literally revived your fucking career. Like, you are actually getting 10,000 live viewers before Gaza. Like, even trying to deny that it hasn't been helpful for his career is just weird. Just be like, yeah, I benefited from it, but, well, he does not really doing anything for the Palestinians. You'd be donating a lot of money that he's earning.
Stupid. Like, especially in the way that I talk about it, where I also don't even entertain a second of anti-Semitic commentary on the subject matter. If I wanted clout and I had an anti-Israel position, you bet your fucking ass if all I gave a shit about was clout and not like presenting my vision for the world, I would be anti-Semitic as fuck. Look at all the top.
What does he mean by that? Is if I wanted clout, if I wanted to be more famous, I'd be anti-Semitic as fuck? I mean, he continued.
I guess he's probably referring to people like Candace Owens who have kind of jumped on the pro-Palestinian train as a way to like revive her career, which has been very successful.
That's true. She's killing it.
Candace, Dan Blazarian. He was talking
Dan
about
Blazarian's probably another good example. No, I don't think that. I think I understand what he's saying.
He's talking about the Daily Wire and how they're falling out, and how
I called that. Okay, I get it. Mm-hmm. I called that Daily Wire. Man, I'm so prophetic. I wish people would just listen to me.
You say you're so pathetic.
I'm so prophetic. That's me saying kiss the ring.
Oh, don't worry, I got it.
I say.
Anti-Israel commentators that get so much motion on the matter. It is quite literally uninterrupted, full-blown, the Jews are responsible.
Okay, I mean, listen, I personally
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's right, actually, about like, I forgot how popular Candace Owens was.
She's like number 3 biggest podcast in the world or something now.
Yeah, no wonder the Instagram comments are like
crazy.
Like, I was thinking of people like Nick Fuentes, who's not popular, or he's very niche, and then who's that other psycho? He's like the libertarian communist or something. Jack.
Oh, that guy, Hinkle or something
who's
like that.
Also not really that popular.
He's a MAGA communist.
Yeah,
actually, he's a MAGA communist. Yeah.
But okay, Hasan's a champion of the Jewish people.
Well, for it. Either I would never mention Israel, or never mention any politics whatsoever, and just simply talk about like, other shit, have fun,
By the way, when he streamed video games, he had like 12,000 live viewers. Just saying.
Well, people don't watch Hasan for his gaming ability.
Well, of course.
Right.
But he's saying I would just have fun if I wanted clout. It's like, no, you wouldn't. That's not even consistent with the facts.
And do like silly content.
But okay, fair enough. Sure. You can always be more anti-Semitic. He's right. There's always the next level.